So this is very good what you're doing right now. You're just staying in the tower. You're putting the ward. The first death was very free. You could have just started E. The second death was very free. You could have just flashed into the brush. And you have all of these patterns where you're using your E very randomly. Like for example here, you just run. You don't need to Q. Look at the clicks of the Draven. He wasn't able to like get one more auto attack on you without taking the tower shot. So you should not E here. Look at this. You should just Q and then run away. This can be a big problem because E is, again, as you said, like huge cooldown. And then here, what's going on, guys? Besides here, and into today's video, we're gonna learn a lot about AD carry. This video has included laning phase, macro fundamentals, decision making. So if you're an AD carry main, you struggle, or you simply want to be better, this is a video that has a little bit from everything. It's gonna be amazing and you'll completely love it. If you're the first time here, please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you are AD carry and you really want to improve. Enjoy. Level 1, I told you to push the wave and to get prio. Why did I tell you that?
So Draven can't just like all in me prio and just get, because he's a lot stronger than me early game. So if he gets the push, then it's pretty much just like GG for me. I'm kind of just sit there and can't do much.
Yeah.
But if I get the push, then I can set up a freeze potentially, or I can get plates, or maybe like even make that play like I did because we'll be a little stronger than them.
Yeah. So getting the push is really important, but the thing is you don't need to push it too fast. You don't need to push it too slow. So right here, if you use like a few Qs on the minion, that's absolutely okay. It's absolutely okay, but not like pushing into the tower because you're not actually trying to crush the wave right now. You see? So if you kill like one minion, that's enough. You kill one minion like here. You hit the minions a little bit, that's fine, that's fine. You Q, this is fine. You should stay here, next Q should be on them. What can Draven do if he's here and Ezreal is here? He can't do anything.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you're not abusing your Ezreal, you're just playing like Vayne right now. And also, you didn't want to push, which kind of tells me that we didn't want to enable the Senna, or at least we didn't know how. Senna, Xerath, Vel'Koz is the same way. You need to get the push. And either way, even if they have Senna and you have Alistar, you still need to get the push with a melee support because you want to. With a range support, you want to push so you allow your range support to poke. Against a range support, you want to push so you don't allow the enemy support to poke you. And then here, you should never die into the invade. If you start E, you see them here. You start E, you're always fine. Or Kled is gonna flash, Ignite, Soraka is gonna flash, Draven is gonna flash, and you burn 3 flashes for a first blood. Which I'm not gonna say it's worth, but it's 3 flashes because they will always panic in NA and try to get the kill. Okay, after you get the push here, I told you, hey, you got the push. Now you should poke. Usually, like right now, they have like a minion, or like I guess you can say they have 0 minions because this one is gonna die, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minions. So we have 5 minions differential. You can poke, but you can do the same poke. You can walk up and allow yourself to poke. You can walk up and use the extra minions that you have to poke. You can also do this if they have 4 minions and you have 5 minions. If they have 4 minions and you have 6 minions. 5 versus 0 is the definition of you push too fast because you have significantly more minions than them. This lead, you don't want to have it. I mean, you could argue that there are some situations in the draft where you want to have that. Let's say I play Twitch and I play with Yuumi and you play Caitlyn and you play with Morgana. In that case, you need to have the minions advantage that you have right here because it's unplayable if they get the push. So in that case, Twitch has to completely crush as much as he can. W level 1, start W, use the push. You don't care about poking. But if you play Ezreal, Senna and Draven, you can win the lane. So you can push a little bit and then just try to zone. So that's what you should be doing here. Then you push, then you poke, and here I told you to ward. The reason why I told you to ward is because the gank will usually happen either this is a third wave, either before this, like right now, going from behind in like 3 to 5% of the cases, or in 95% of the cases, it will happen after this wave is crushed, like the cannon wave, or after it's killed. So here I told you that it's a good timing to go for a ward right now. I want to ask you why exactly right now is it a good time to ward right now?
Because if the jungler started top side, then they could be bot side by now. They could look for a gank. There's just a lot of between like 2:30 to 3 minutes to like 3:15 is when the jungler really wants to gank.
So you want to have the ward after the cannon wave.
That.
Yes, perfect. So after this specific cannon wave, the third wave, you used a lot of E's. You have a lot of bad pattern here with E. How much mana is your E? Oh shit.
90.
Yes. So
100 or
okay.
90.
Which one?
90.
Okay, and if you max it, does it increase? Does it decrease?
It increases.
Okay, so yeah, for the early game, how much cooldown is it?
It's 22 seconds or 25 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, so it's it used to be 90, but now it's 70 mana and it's 26 seconds. You could argue that you can reduce your cooldown of your E by hitting your Qs by how much?
It's 1 second every time you hit a Q.
It's 1 second and a half.
Oh, it's 1.5 seconds.
Exactly. It's 1 second on Lucian. If you're hitting your passive on minions, it's 1 second for each auto attack, each passive auto attack. And if it's on the champions, it's doubled. It's 2 seconds.
On Lucian, if it's on the champions, it's doubled.
Yes.
Or on. Oh, I actually didn't know that part.
Let me just.
Interesting.
Let's see. Lucian. Let's see. So we have the E. This one. Okay. Relentless versus cooldown is reduced by 1 second for each of the stacks shot, but double to 2 seconds against enemy champions. So you see, this is why I say that you should play only 3 champions in solo queue, because if this is huge information for Lucian, you can have 1 or 2 more E's in teamfights and you can win the teamfights, because we both know, if you play Lucian, we both know how important it is to have the dash. This way it's super important to know also the little things, because you're gonna press tab, you're gonna be like, but I know how to play Lucian, it's easy, and then the enemy Ezreal has 1,000,000 points on Ezreal. He knows everything about Ezreal. So that's like your competition. So that's why usually playing a lot of champions solo queue is a bit iffy.
Are you an AD carry main struggling to make an impact in your games? Is your damage output disappointingly low, leaving you feeling frustrated and powerless in the role you love? Introducing our specialized coaching program designed to supercharge your AD carry performance. Imagine a world where your damage, decision making and farming skills are 10 times better and the outcome of your games is no longer left to chance. Meet Chase, just like you, he was once stuck in the same position, facing low damage and inconsistency in his games. Let's see what happened after his coaching experience, from Diamond 4 to Master Tier. Wow! And here is Jordan and Brett. Both transformed into formidable AD carry after the coaching session. These success stories aren't just isolated cases, they are a part of a community of over 3,243 players who benefited from the coaching program. If it worked for them, why not for you? Picture yourself as an unstoppable AD carry. It's not a dream, it's your potential with the coaching session. Don't wait any longer, visit Visite.com, book your coaching and become the AD carry the enemy team hates to play against.
Okay, so you get the push, you go for the ward. The ward should not be in the brush necessarily. If the enemy jungle started on bot side, a silver player will tell you that, oh, so he's patting towards top side, right? He's not gonna gank me. True, but the challenger player will tell you he can do 3 camps into bot. A challenger player could tell you that there are a lot of junglers that, like Kane, does Raptors, Krugs, red, and he could easily go bot. A lot of junglers like Needly, they do buff to buff, like Graves. You should not listen to a silver player that tells you if he started bot, then he should be top. You should just try to be like, okay, if he started bot, there is a little chance that he's gonna gank me. And usually he ganks me the red, Krugs, Raptors, and then he comes from the river. So if he started red, you should ward this brush. If he started blue buff, he's gonna do blue buff, Wolves, Raptors, red buff, Krugs, and then go towards bot lane. So you should ward this brush. So did it start bot? Ward this brush. Did it start top? Ward this brush. Of course, a challenger player will tell you, yeah, but there are some junglers that are good, and as they're doing Raptors, if you're overextended in bot lane, he could also come from the river, even if he started top. Like, these rules are not going to help you in every game, but in most of the cases, if you use these rules, you should be fine. Like, he started bot, I ward this. He started top, I ward this. That's simple. Good. Okay. Then I told you, hey, you can keep pushing because this is the matchup. You want to keep pushing. And I was thinking also about the Udyr that is unable to really do anything on you, since you play with a Senna against an Udyr and they have Soraka, they have no setup. Right now you actually fought right here. We traded 1 for 1. You're always going to be safe here if you flash properly, if you flash into the brush here, because into the brush they have no vision. If you flash here, they'll just flash auto attack. But if you're in the brush, they can't kill you. If you're just flashing in the brush right here, you're fine. And then they're gonna die, you're gonna push the wave or even recall because the wave is coming into you. And then it's just GGBG. I would push here though, even though it's coming into you, you have only 700 gold. So you should push here. But if you play it properly, it's GG this game. And then after that, you should just play it based on what Draven does. Like, Draven is strong, he's gonna have Dirk now. So he kinda gives you, like, you do whatever like, you need to adapt based on what he does. He has agency. So if he's gonna push, you farm into the tower. I told you to keep hitting the Qs here on the minions so you can get the farm under the tower. And if you can poke them, you should. You played pretty fine mechanically. In this case, there is no wave management because Draven is just pushing and you need to clear it. And then if you can like try to Q the minions and try to counter the push, that's fine. But there is not really much you can do. You just have to play it very reactively. So this is very good what you're doing right now. You're just staying in the tower. You're putting the ward. The first death was very free. You could have just started E. The second death was very free. You could have just flashed into the brush. And you have all of these patterns where you're using your E very randomly. Like for example here, you just run. You don't need to Q. Look at the clicks of the Draven. He wasn't able to like get one more auto attack on you without taking the tower shot. So you should not E here. Look at this. You should just Q and then run away. This can be a big problem because E is, again, as you said, like huge cooldown. And then here, 700, I said we need to push. Be careful because they could be in the brush. And I said ping your teammates. Do you see how Senna is pinging? Danger, danger, danger. If you ping missing, they're not even gonna hear it. You need to ping on their head or on the river with a ping that is aggressive. A ping that is aggressive is the red ping, the danger, danger ping, like when you just go up with the wheel. A ping that is aggressive is the all-in ping. You hear it, it's loud. A ping that is aggressive is the fall, like the yellow ping, which you press it with control and you click on the left click. Those are aggressive pings. If you ping SS or with the normal ping, like alt and then left click ping, the blue ping, no one is gonna give a shit to that. It's SS ping, no one is gonna give a shit to that. So you need to ping properly here, and then you need to push. And after you push, you really need to recall, never use your E. If Draven is here, he flashes over the wall, E, Q, and you have no flash. You have exhaust, but he could still kill you if he has cleanse on the exhaust. So never use E to push the wave. It is true that you're gonna see challenger players using this E on the minions when they wanna fasten the push, and 1 enemy AD carry is dead, 2 enemy support is dead, 3 enemy jungle is dead, and there is absolutely no one on the map that can contest them. That is true. If you're thinking about all of these things and you know right now the position of the Draven, the position of the Soraka, the position of the enemy jungle, it's fine to E in here. But we both know that in majority of the cases, it's very hard to keep track of all of these things. Therefore, it could be just better to never use your E as you're pushing the wave. And here I told you, you should stay. The option is you recall and you get more money. You get plates, which is bad in this case because you have low mana and the plate is full HP, or you follow. So I guess we have two options. We follow or we base. Tell me more about what you wanted to do.
Yeah, I was just planning on basing. Just because I figured if Echo has any issues, they have 2 people in the mid lane pushing together right now, so they'll just rotate down and then I'll get there.
Wait. So what if the enemy jungle is there and enemy mid lane?
I don't know.
And then what if Draven is also there and it's Soraka?
I mean, wouldn't they be on a better reset than I am though?
Like if it would be like
moment?
here?
No, I'm saying like they would have more gold. Like I just have a tier. Like I don't really have anything damage wise. So I just figured.
True.
Like,
so
if
Draven.
they show up, they're just gonna out damage me anyways.
Okay, so say Draven is gonna go there with a long sword, and you're not gonna be there at all.
Yeah, that's when you put it that way.
Right, because you're like, but I have a tier. Okay, but I mean, what do they have? Essence River? They don't have like Yomu's, you know?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So like you are right now not the champ. We have 40% of your champ. I mean, Draven has 65% of a champ, which you could argue is better. Of course, he's stronger. True, but I mean, what is he gonna do if you just, well, first of all, let's say you have E. You walk up there and you use some Qs on the Drake. If Echo wants to fight, you use exhaust on Draven and you run away. But if you play with this mentality of, let me just let him, I'm gonna go recall, you'll win some games, but 70% of the cases they're gonna, like if they're there, Echo is always gonna die and you're gonna lose Drake. So there are cases where you can't follow. Let's say you're this HP. If you know you risk, you go in a high risk death, like you're definitely gonna die there, you should not follow. If you have 0 mana, and when I mean 0 mana is like 50 mana or like you have really low mana for your combos, you should consider to not fight and be selfish. But in this specific situation, you have a good wave, you have a reasonably amount of mana, and you have a few Qs. Because Echo is gonna be in the trouble now. 1, he needs your damage. 2, if enemy team is there, you need to be around, at least with exhaust. And yeah, I mean, first, after you're pushing this, before actually canceling the recall, you should look at the Drake. If the Drake is like 1k HP, you should not follow there. You should let him be, because he doesn't need you. But if the Drake is 3k HP, you have to follow. Very important. I know that in competitive this is counterproductive, because people are just going to, you know, tell you that they can do it by themselves, and if enemy team knows that you're doing Drake, they are not gonna contest it like that.
I mean, in competitive, most of the time, we have a plan for what objective we're doing, what abilities we're saving,
Yes,
who's
yes, yes.
rotating. It's just like, that's why I find SoloQ very difficult.
You need to
There's no
adapt to the chaos, and
communication with
you need
anyone,
to
yeah.
you need to embrace the chaos here. So you need to take every fight that you can take. I mean, it is true that you don't never take fights that are gonna have a high chance to kill you. As I said, really low mana or really low HP, you never follow. But in situations like this, when you're reasonably strong and they're fighting, if they are in big shit, like now he's in big shit because he can just jump over the wall with Udyr, you can consider going with him. I mean, I agree with you. If he's doing Gromp and he's pumping on my way ping as you're recalling, I would not follow. But since he started it and you see he's committed, he kind of puts himself in big shit now. It higher the urgency that you should follow there because of the fact that he started Drake. Very important. So maybe this is a big reason why didn't Drake win games. Let me see if I can see the next ones. There was one more fight. And be careful here when you're fighting like this, because they're pushing bot lane and you went for Kled, but there is a big wave that is coming into you. This is good that you're going here. Obviously, you're not going to ignore since it's a very close fight. This is fine. This is fine, but you need to always pay attention to the wave. You eat, this is good. You take the wave, this is good. Pretty slow here on the movement on the Draven, but no problem. Let's say we were in the coaching session. And then here you just left. Okay, reasonable. Reasonable. Then you stay in the lane. I told you to go in Fog of War to just ulti. Very good. And right now you try to E, you try to play aggressive. That's absolutely fine. I like that. You played a bit too aggressive here, testing a little bit too many limits. I told you that you can take a plate because you have a big wave. You took it, then you just recalled. Then again, the same trick with the ultimate. You go on this guy. Yeah, okay, this is very coin flip. You should lose this. Like, the reason why you're following here is what?
I just see them. I'm helping my team. I don't know.
Okay.
What, like I see the Udyr invading my Echo, so I'm just gonna go help him.
Okay, this is good.
I don't know.
This is good. This is good. You're following. What are you gonna lose right now by following?
Nothing right now.
Okay.
Draven could push the wave.
True. And what are you gonna lose?
I don't think it's a cannon wave. So like 6 minions.
Okay, good. So you're gonna slowly lose minions if you're gonna stay a lot in this fight. So you have to always think about the wave. So right now this is winnable. You actually fought. This is good. You missed your Q, no problem. Okay, Draven is not pushing anymore if we're actually paying attention to the map. You're still fighting here. Okay, so right now, what is happening in this fight?
Echo's leaving, Darius is coming, Zed's backing, 2 people are low, Draven's coming, and Kled just used all of his abilities.
What should you do right now?
I don't know, probably just go to the wave, I guess.
Exactly, there is no reason for you to fight here. They have huge number advantage. Darius is too far away, Echo has no ulti, they have nothing here. You should just run, there is no reason for you to stay here.
Darius coming is what...
True, but this is a 4 versus 2 anyways. So just with a miracle you get here. So this is a big coin flip. You should just leave and get the bot wave. You can see on the minimap is more than 7 minions. The only way you win this if something crazy happens, like Darius flashing in on Soraka that is out of position. True, but realistically speaking, how many games is Soraka gonna be stupid like this? Next game he's gonna flash on Draven. Draven will have exhaust. He's gonna die. You're gonna die. You lose the wave. Or maybe you don't die, but you lose the wave. And this fight, you should just leave. Like this fight, like right here, this is good follow. This is good follow. Perfect. Perfect. Leave. Go bot. This fight is dead.
Okay.
Right now. And then we just did this. Okay. And then they just FF'd at some point. Okay. Good, my man. So,
$5. If you have problems improving and getting better in the game faster but cannot afford booking coaching, on my Patreon you can access more than 627 VOD reviews, premium videos about how to wave management, mid-game macro, and tier lists that will show you the best champions to climb and to improve for your elo. And these are not on YouTube, this is only on Patreon, they're exclusive. Moreover, you can participate in the free coaching waiting list to get a premium VOD review. I'm giving away 2 free VOD reviews every single week. All what you need to do is simple 2-step process. Subscribe to my Patreon and share your OPGG, and voila, you are on the waiting list. You're gonna get a personalized VOD review for any game in your match history. For just $5, you get not only the free VOD review, but a whole bunch of exclusive benefits that will supercharge your gaming experience. It's a small investment for a big return. And it's just $5, it's no brainer, right? But here is the deal, you've got to act quickly. The waiting list is already filling up fast. 55 people already subscribed to the Patreon, and there are 6 people that they are on board, they are on the waiting list. And more are joining every moment. Now, do you want to secure your spot for a free VOD review? Go ahead on my Patreon and reserve it right now.